Hi, I'm Anamaria Davalos from Mikkani Consultants. Now I want to talk about gratefulness. If we only knew how powerful our thoughts are, we would never have them. But we're humans, and negative thoughts lead to complaining. And here's where the trouble starts. Research from Stanford University has found that complaining reduces the size of our hippocampus, which is responsible for memory and problem solving. The study found that engaging in complaining or simply hearing someone complain for more than 30 minutes could physically damage our brains. Yes, very, very, very scary. Just like human beings in general, our brains generally don't want to work any harder than they absolutely have to. So we tend to repeat certain behaviors, like complaining. The more frequently we complain, we increase our likelihood of thinking negative thoughts later. How to avoid this? Well, let's change our mindset to see the good in the bad. Any positive emotion is an opportunity to enjoy living in the here and now. Positive emotions also have many physical health benefits, including boosting our immune system and increasing the odds of a long life. Before continuing, let's be clear on something. Gratitude practices are not intended to minimize any hardships we are experiencing or are still going through. Gratitude practices help us manage these tough times, and it reminds us that if we stop and pause to see the good in the bad, we can see the big picture. And maybe we can stop being victims. For example, everything starts in our mindset. Having the right attitude. What about people that make our life miserable? Maybe our boss? The one that took advantage of us? Well, our enemies can be actually our best teachers because their presence provides us with the opportunity to enhance and develop tolerance, patience, and understanding. However, if we deep dive into another layer, maybe we can become aware of the gift we're being presented in the form of someone we just don't like or simply can't stand. It's like something that the Dalai Lama once said, that our enemy can definitely be our greatest teacher. But what does that mean? How does one forgive or learn or be grateful to someone we think of as an enemy? How do we look past the discord that an enemy has caused to see the value in the lesson that they are actually teaching us? These are some really hard questions to ask and answer with this subject. But let me tell you a little bit about my story, my life story. I got divorced at 49, remarried at 50, and changed completely my life. I lost everything I had in my country, and I started again here in the States. This was a very hard lesson for me to learn. It really took some time to see it as a learning lesson. Instead of allowing the anger to win, I decided to learn and become a resilient person. How? Well, I learned to look at anger in a different manner by acknowledging it and letting it go. It actually liberated me from all those negative emotions and ties that were holding me back as a human being. And suddenly, one day, everything stopped. The blaming stopped. And the person responsible of my suffering, the one that I invested my money with, was actually my greatest teacher. And thanks to him, I am what I am now. In Spanish, we call them the maestros, teachers. You can learn to respect and even like your enemy and realize they were put in our path, in our life for a reason, to teach us a lesson that couldn't have been taught any other way. But what is the priority? What we have to do is, once the lesson is over, let go. Do not hold on to it. Leave it and then let it go. The lesson is over and you need to move on. Allowing that enemy to hold you back is allowing that anger to keep its hold on you. If you keep the anger, what does that mean? That means that you're just not learning what you need to learn. In the face of demoralization, gratitude has the power to energize. In the face of brokenness, gratitude has the power to heal. In the face of despair, gratitude has the power to bring hope. In other words, gratitude can help us cope with the hard times. There is even a lot of scientific evidence that gratefulness and grateful people are more resilient to stress, whether minor everyday hassles or major personal upheavals. The contrast between suffering and redemption serves as the basis for one of my tips for practicing gratitude. Processing a life experience through a grateful lens does not mean denying negativity. It's not a form of that kind of like superficial happyology. No. Instead, it means realizing the power you have to transform an obstacle into an opportunity. Just think that life is a game with a lot of obstacles. Teachers, not enemies. We didn't learn to be resilient if we fall and stay there in the dark tunnel. Here is where your filter of perception starts working. Turn a loss into a potential gain, recasting negativity into positive channels for gratitude. That's all for now, and have an excellent week. Thank you.